Good morning. Mario Quintero here again with the One Stop Shop produced by marioshomenews.com. I'm here today with Andy Gonzalez, our referral partner spotlight with First Integrity Credit Services. Andy, welcome. It's nice for you to stop by today.
Thank you for the invitation also.
You got it. So today we're going to be talking, we usually try to bring good services and good partners to our viewers. Today we're talking about a very important issue, credit repair and finances, and how you can better get approved for a mortgage when you're either going to refinance or you're purchasing a home. So Andy, let's get started. What separates you and your services from other credit repair agencies?
Well, we look at the credit in whole. Most people look at their credit and say, well, my credit score is good. What they don't understand is that the bank is going to use any excuse they can to charge you an extra percent. So it's not only your credit score, it's also what else is on the report, your personal information, your good accounts that you're paying incorrectly, your inquiries, do you look like a gypsy on the credit report? All of these things we cover. And at the same time, we also help you set up a financial plan, because in joint with our services and what we recommend the clients to do, we develop a synergy to get that score where it needs to be. So it's a double impact affecting your credit in a positive form.
So what is a normal time frame to repair someone's credit?
Well, for us, usually within 3 to 4 months, we already have the client in a situation that they can be more flexible and begin to apply for new accounts. But our services usually takes about 6 to 8 months, less than a year, we should be done.
Okay. And how do you determine the needs of your client?
Well, the first question that we ask every single client is, what is your goal? What do you want to achieve? What's the purpose of coming to see us? They're always going to say something to the likes of maybe buy a home. Maybe they need a vehicle. And they're looking for the best possible interest rate, even though they might have gotten a pre-approval, or they might know they can get approved one way or another, but that interest rate is what's really hurting them. So we need to find out what the goal of the client is. Once we find out what that goal is, then in unison, again, we can help them achieve that goal.
Okay. Andy, the number one question that everyone asked regarding credit repair is, what is usually the cost?
Well, the cost fluctuates. It all depends what the circumstances are. There is a possibility that someone's going to get less of a charge than what someone else might get, because it depends what's on the credit, obviously. If there's bankruptcies, foreclosures, tax liens, child support, repos, student loans, anything to that would be an additional charge for the services. So for me to honestly say how much it's going to be, no, but we have flexible plans for all of our clients. Now, if I told you we will be done usually within 6 to 8 months, you can rest assured that we'll set up some sort of a financial plan to help out the clients, to help them be able to not only pay us off, but achieve their goals at the same time.
So you do have a financial payment plan that they can have with you.
Right, and like I said, we're done in less than a year.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry like some other people that say, oh, I've been 2 years trying to fix my credit. No, we should be done within the year. So that means you should not have any necessity to come back, only to say hello and say how much they love us.
Well, come back to say hello and how much they love you, but don't make the same mistakes again.
Well, you see, that's an error that a lot of people make, that they think that they have made a mistake with their credit, or they have in some way or another hurt themselves. The truth is, there is no education on how to use credit. There isn't, because you can go up to a financial advisor and they're not going to be able to explain to you about credit. They're going to explain to you how to save money or make money with your own money. You go to an accountant and they're going to tell you how to save money with your money. You go to a banker and the banker's going to tell you how to raise your credit and do great with your credit for the benefit of the bank. So it's not necessarily an error that they have committed. It's that they have not been properly educated on how to use credit for the benefit of themselves, not for another organization.
So Andy, by now our viewers have gotten a little taste of what you can do and what you can offer them. What is the best number for them to reach you or First Integrity?
Sure. The direct line to the office is 786-391-1640. Now, that's 786-391-1640. But if you prefer to send a text, we have a text line that goes straight to our emails, the computers in the office, and that's a 321-872-7184. And you can wake up at 3 in the morning and say, ooh, I got a question, let me text them. And properly in the morning when the doors are open, somebody checks and they will respond to you.
Okay. And can you describe the diversity of your client base, the different clients that you work with?
Of course. Not only do we work with corporations, we work with not-for-profits, and we work with individuals, because everybody has a goal. If you have a business, you want that business credit to be so fantastic that it does not require you to help the business. If it's a not-for-profit, there are so many things that, look, even a not-for-profit has to make some sort of a profit. So we have to work with not-for-profits to get them where they have to be. And an individual, obviously the individual wants that best, and I mean best interest rate on whatever their purchases are going to be. So we can work with anybody.
Andy, can you elaborate on how you work with the entire family unit?
That is a fantastic question, because right now you're going to have your son, your daughter, and they're going to go to college. They're 17, 18, 19 years old, and nobody has ever given them a class on how to use credit appropriately. And that's one of the biggest mistakes we have today in the educational system. And most parents have been burnt by that credit. So what happens when the child says, Mom, Dad, I just got this offer of a credit card in the mail? Mom and Dad always tells them, don't get it, because there haven't been a proper education for anybody in the family. So what we do for free is we can set up a date that we have several students come to our office so we can meet up with them. Please, parents, come with your children, and we're going to explain to them how to properly use credit for the benefit that they will have in long term. Because the whole problem is right now we have students that are getting student loans and they get them super quick. The institutions have raised all the prices for education, and right now you're going to have them go put it on wait 6-7 months, and all of a sudden they start getting these horrendous bills. There are so many better options out there than getting a student loan. There are so many better options out there than just getting a credit card when you think you're ready at 25, 26. By that time, it's already too late, and you haven't established a credit history, so the banks can't trust you. And it doesn't matter where they are in the country, we can help them. We are a local company that works nationally. So we want to work with mom, we want to work with dad, we want to work with the couples, we want to work, maybe you want to buy a house with your mom, maybe you want to buy a house with your dad. We'll work with both of them as a family structure to get them where they need to be. And like I said, the children for free, we will talk to them, we will spend time with them. It doesn't matter, because we have all been burnt one way or another. Not because of irresponsibility, but because of ignorance, because we haven't been properly taught how to do certain things.
So you just mentioned nationally, so you could work with clients not only in South Florida, but throughout the state of Florida, or nationwide?
We have clients in Seattle, all the way up to Jersey. We have clients in California, through Texas, and back to Florida. So we've been all around the United States.
Okay. And how long have you and your company been in business?
Well, the company officially opened a little over 6 years ago, but we've been doing finances since 2004, and all of the staff, we've all got a financial background. And the best part about all that is the entire staff has been burnt before, and now they're able to help people with their financial background and their history also. So we are very capable of helping anybody, just as long as we can have communication with the clients.
Andy, as we start to wrap up this segment, what is the best number for someone to reach you directly?
Well, as I stated earlier, you can call us directly to the office line at 786-391-1640, or if you want to send a text, 321-872-7184. And like I said, the text number is 321-872-7184.
So this has been another Referral Partner Spotlight, bringing you value to our viewers out there. In the mortgage finance business, when we run into an issue with a borrower, Andy's one of our go-to guys that we will refer you to. So once again, thank you for tuning in today. The One-Stop Shop, produced by marioshomenews.com. And if you need to reach us, our direct number here in the office is 305-598 1600. Make it a great day.